I'd like to call the Merrillville Town Council meeting for February 23rd, 2016 to order at 6:37. Please rise for the invocation by Father John Plavkin of St. Joan of Arc Church, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. We meet to serve our community, to use our resources wisely and well, to represent all members of our community fairly, to make decisions that promote the common good. We recognize our responsibility to the past and the future, and the rights and needs of both individuals and community. As trusted servants, we ask blessings on our discussions this night and on our efforts here this evening. And may God continue to bless us all in all that we do and say. We ask this and all things through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I hit the button, Bruce.
He's a good child.
Roll call, Mr. Guernsey. Hey, John. Okay, I'll take care of it.
Councilman Span. Councilman Indiana. Councilman Lubeck. Councilman Barrett.
Here.
Councilman Pettit.
Here.
Councilman Lamarca.
Here.
And Councilman Hardaway.
Here. For present, we have a quorum. Petitions, communications, acknowledgments, and remonstrations. First off, I'd like to congratulate the Merrillville High School girls basketball team for winning their fourth consecutive sectional. Unfortunately, they ran into a buzzsaw at the regionals in Penn, but a lot of people have. But again, congratulations to them, because every year they put out a good product. It's something that we can be proud of here in the town of Merrillville, that to have a girls basketball team such as that. And it looks like the boys are on their way to a good season too, as they get ready to go into the sectionals. And also at this time, we're going to ask, we have the introduction of our newest county commissioner for District 1, Mr. Kyle Allen. He'd like to come before us and just introduce himself. Mr. Allen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the Town Council. I was fortunate to be selected by the committeeman in the 1st District to fill the remainder of the term of the late Commissioner Roosevelt Allen Jr., who was also my cousin. And I just felt that it would be necessary for me to introduce myself as public manager to the members of every town or city in the district, and to let you know that I will avail myself of you to do anything I can in my official capacity to serve you or meet your needs and interests. I had the opportunity at the University meeting where Mr. Councilman Hardaway was present, and I asked him for this indulgence, so kind to allow me to do it. So anything I can do for you in regards to serving as your commissioner, feel free to contact me, and I will be at your service and to the service of the citizens of the town of Merrillville. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Mr. President, members of the council, Commissioner Allen has already delivered on his promise, because last Wednesday, when the town of Merrillville matter for the tax sale certificate for the parcel, Bruce, that we need for our phase 3 of the trail project was up for a vote, Commissioner Allen supported the transfer of that parcel to the town of Merrillville. We thank you, Commissioner, for that.
Thank you, Attorney Kuchin. Anything I can do, like I said, I mean that, so anything I can do to help the town, taxpayers, citizens, you know, I will make myself available.
We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have a letter here from Jimenez. Dear Councilman Hardaway, I would like to extend a special invitation to you and your council members to join us at our special candlelight vigil, co-sponsored by the Indiana Department of Child Services, Lake County, in honor of Child Abuse Prevention Month. This event will take place on Tuesday evening, April the 19th at 6 p.m. at the Chateau Banquet facility located at 530 West 61st Avenue in Merrillville. I am personally inviting you because I know you have strong passion for families and children. I hope that you will be able to attend. That's personal, I guess. Please contact the Executive Assistant Director. Anybody that's interested in going to this, let Stacy know. I'll give this to Stacy so she can RSVP for all of us. I've attended these in the past, and some of the stories that come out of these things make you stop and think. And so I think that it's something good. I appreciate him reaching out to the entire council for that. And also, we would also like to acknowledge the passing of the clerk treasurer's father, Mike Griffin's father, in Highland. He passed away last week, and his visitation will be Thursday, funeral's Friday at Chapel Lawn. Consent agenda, accounts payable register, voucher approval, February 23rd, 2016. Approval of town council minutes, February 9th, 2016.
So moved.
Motion by Councilwoman Barron and seconded by Councilwoman Lamarca that we approve the accounts payable register voucher approval and the town council minutes from February 9th. Is there any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Okay, standing committees, budget and finance. Councilman Pettit?
Well, Mr. President, the four of us were there for the redevelopment commission hearing meeting, and I think Mr. Guernsey was in the audience as well, and the press was there, so I don't know much more I can add on budget and finance.
Probably next week we'll be passing Kool-Aid out to everybody.
Well, and kind of on a somber note, Gene, and correct me if I'm wrong, if this is what you told me in the office official?
Well,
The 2016 budget?
yeah.
The 2016 budget's been reduced by $1.2 million by the state. So there you go.
Yeah.
On top of all the goodwill in the TIF districts, our proposed budget got cut, and you'll get that order shortly?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Let me tell you right now, this council in the past has done everything to cut. That you guys cut. Every time I ask you to do something, you guys always done it. We've done a good job. We finally stopped the tax. Barring in the beginning, we did everything you could possibly do.
Yeah.
I don't know how we could survive anymore, especially these big box stores come in, and get these tax breaks.
Well, it's bad enough they want the tax breaks, Gene, but the other problem I've struggled with for many years as president of the Redevelopment Commission is the fact that we can't buy rolling stock for Joe. Squad Car Service TIF District calls out there, especially in my area near the hotels and all that.
Right.
And we can't buy rolling stock. We can't pay the police officers out of the TIF districts. It's only for those, I scratch my head as to how they expect us to operate. But,
Okay, well, we got work to do, gentlemen and ladies.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
enough said about that. Anything else on the budget and finance?
That's it, Mr. President. That's enough.
Public Works, Councilman Spann. Bruce, you have anything on the public?
I don't have anything this evening.
Thank you. Council Affairs, anyone have anything under Councilwoman Use-Elect? Personnel Policy and Employee Benefits, Councilwoman Barron.
Yes, I want to welcome Vicki Bonnell to her new position as Director of Code Enforcement. We know that she'll do an outstanding job.
Thank you. Public Safety, Councilwoman Use-Elect is not here. Chief?
Nothing on here.
Nothing at all. Thank you. Environmental Affairs, Councilwoman Barron. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's back up. I always miss you. Councilwoman Lamarca, Parks and Recreation.
I don't have anything, but Jan has a report she'll start off.
I have a couple things. I would just like to update the council on the switchover of the Parks and Recreation software program. We had to purchase servers and processors. That phase of it is complete. I would also like to recognize Ruth, our recreation coordinator. She was very instrumental in programming those servers. We didn't have to farm that out or pay a vendor for that. So thanks, Ruth, for your hard work. Right now, we've just programmed the end processor and the front end processor. Both of those processors will allow us to take payments and credit cards as well. We hope to go live with our program sometime in middle March. The website will definitely be advertised. We'll also be able, the users that use the old recreation software will still be able to access us through that. We'll have a link, so there won't be any glitches in the system. The new program is much more user-friendly. People will be able to register for programs or special events with ease. I'd also like to mention that the Merrillville Park Department is going to take part in the Crossroads Chamber of Commerce reality store at Pierce Middle School in April. It will give us an opportunity to work with the kids while promoting the park department, and in return for working the reality store, the park department will receive free ad marketing on print and local radio stations as well. We're also working on our Spring-Summer 2016 park catalog. We have new program offerings for youth and adults. Those catalogs will be out in April. When they're out, each of the council members will receive one. And just a couple announcements. The next scheduled Four Winds trip is Friday, March 18th. If you're interested, you can call the park office at 980-5911. To date, we have already filled 31 seats, and we could take as many as 50. We also have a trip leaving for Cape Cod, September 11th through the 17th. 7 days and 6 nights. It's $580 based on double occupancy. We have a Nashville show tour coming up on May 16th through the 20th. The price is also $580 per person based on double occupancy. Any of those, you can come to the park office or register online and for any of those offerings. We have our Arbor Day scheduled for Friday, April 29th. And Aquinos will have 4th and 5th graders. We'll have about 33 children in attendance that day to plant some trees. And our senior lunches have resumed again for 2016. They're held on the second Friday of each month, and you must call the park office a week in advance to reserve them. And lastly, we're working on our summer special events this year. In June, the date is to be determined. We will have a movie in the park. It will be an outdoor, very large movie screen with speakers and audio to go with that. We'll update you on the date and the movie. In July, Latin Satin Soul will perform on Thursday, July 21st at Prusen Park outdoors. And the Neverly Brothers will perform Thursday, August 4th? It should be July 21st, sorry, for Latin Satin Soul, and Thursday, August 4th for Neverly Brothers concert. That's all I have this evening.
Thank you. Anybody have anything else under parks? Economic development? Where am I at? Environmental affairs.
I don't have a report. Mr. Lake?
Just real quick, we've been working very closely with the Lake County Surveyor's Office on isolated maintenance concerns on Lateral 6. You may have noticed one area along 61st Avenue just west of Johnson Street. It's kind of an emergency repair, so that'll be fixed very shortly. We got some other areas around 54th and Grant to work on. Also, I've been meeting with GST and MCD to resolve some sanitary surcharge issues at 57th and Madison. I'll be meeting at the MCD office and with our attorney tomorrow regarding that. We're also submitting an application for the Indiana American Water Environmental Grant. I want to do some low-impact demonstration projects. And after presenting at LTAP, IDM provided more insight on permit changes and a new EPA electronic reporting system for MS4 regulations. Hopefully this will reduce paperwork within the whole process. And I'm also working with Robinson on a new map atlas that's going to be available on our webpage later this year. That's all I have.
Thank you. Election Public Relations, Councilwoman LaMarca.
Yes, we are going to be having another parade committee meeting on March 1st at 5:30. And also we're going to be sending out letters to all the businesses in Merrillville seeking donations to help fund the 4th of July parade this year.
Thank you. Economic Development, Councilman Pettit.
Yes, Mr. President, in addition to the RDC meeting and everything we heard earlier, we do have a resolution, I believe it is, Bruce, correct, on confirmatory resolution for an economic revitalization area on Colorado Street later on.
Okay. Utility Liaison, Councilwoman Barron.
No report.
abandoned properties, that's me. We have, as you heard, we got a new code enforcement director. We've taken the code enforcement to a different level. And on the 4th of March, when we start having our blight hearings, we're going to include some of the things that currently fall under Judge Jones's court, like the grass and cars parked on the grass and things such as that. And we're going to start bringing those to our blight hearings as opposed to them going through regular court. And hopefully that will lessen some of those menial cases that she has, and it will also help us as we continue to move forward with the infrastructure of the town and working toward maintaining the integrity of it by addressing all of the code enforcement issues that with spring coming. And along the same note, Mr. Guernsey reminded me that we're expecting this snow tonight or tomorrow, and we encourage residents not to park on the street when we get 2 or more inches of snow, because if you park on the street and you forget it and you wake up the next morning and your car is gone, they are going to tow them. They are going to tow them because we have to keep the streets open, and the only way that we can do that is that all vehicles that normally park on the street can't park on the street. And so I encourage everybody, Chaz and Karen, to remind people that parking on the street this time of year is sometimes can be a bad bet. Anything else? Anybody have anything to say under Vanderbilt G?
Nope, no. We're moving along. I'm happy with that committee. I feel good now.
Thank you. Okay, that concludes that. General orders. There's no first reading ordinances. There's a second reading ordinance. Ordinance 16-03, ordinance Town of Merrillville, Lake County, Indiana, appropriating additional monies within the 2015 GO bond for the year 2016, not included in the current budget.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Pettit, second by Councilwoman Barron, that we approve ordinance 16-03. And at this time, because it is a second reading ordinance, I'd like to open it up for public comment. Is there any public comment on ordinance 16-03? Any public comment on ordinance 16-03? Any public comment on ordinance 16-03? Roll call, please.
Barron,
Yes.
Pettit,
Yes.
Lamarca,
Yes.
Hardaway.
Yes. Motion carries 4-0. Ordinance 16-04, ordinance in Town of Merrillville, Lake County, Indiana, appropriating additional monies within the 2015 RDC bond for the year 2016, not included in the current budget.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Pettit, seconded by Councilwoman Barron, that we approve ordinance 16-04. And because this is the second reading ordinance, we'd like to open up for public comment. Is there any public comment on ordinance 16-04? Any public comment on ordinance 16-04? Any public comment on ordinance 16-04? Roll call, please.
Barron,
Yes.
Pettit,
Yes.
Lamarca,
Yes.
Hardaway.
Yes, motion carries 4-0. Ordinance 16-05, an ordinance in Town of Merrillville, Lake County, Indiana, appropriating additional monies within the firefighters' equipment fund for the year 2016, not included in the current budget.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Pettit, second by Councilwoman Barron, that we approve ordinance 16-03. Is there any discussion? And at this time, because it is a second reading ordinance, I'd like to open it up for public comment. Is there any public comment on ordinance 16-05? Any public comment on ordinance 16-05? Any public comment on ordinance 16-05? Roll call, please.
Barron,
Yes.
Pettit,
Yes.
Lamarca,
Yes.
Hardaway.
Yes, motion carries 4-0. That concludes second reading ordinances, and at this time we have a resolution, which is a public hearing for resolution 16-9, confirmatory resolution of the Town Council of the Town of Merrillville, Lake County, Indiana, designating an economic revitalization area. Public hearing
first.
Yeah. At this time, we open it up for a public hearing. Is there any comment on Resolution 16-09. Any public comment on Resolution 16-09? Any public comment? At this time, we'll close the public hearing.
Mr. President, I make a motion we approve Resolution 16-09.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Pettit, seconded by Councilwoman Barron, that we approve Resolution 16-09. Is there any further discussion?
I don't know. I know the petitioner's in the audience, Mr. President. Mr. Hanson from Polycon Industries is here. Evening, Bill.
Hey, how are you?
Okay. All right. All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, that concludes resolutions. There's no BZA action tonight. Is there any old business? No old business. Any new business? Okay, at this time, we're going to open it up for public comment. We ask that if you come up, please limit your comment to 3 minutes, and we ask that you state your name and your address. Any public comment?
Good evening. My name is Clarence Phillips. Reside at 621 West 70th Avenue in the Southland Park subdivision. I came here tonight because Councilwoman Carol Meow and I had discussed on last year the possibility of getting stop signs within the subdivision. When you come in, it's very dangerous. There are stop signs at all, and I know she's been under the weather, so I just thought I would come tonight and ask if something could be done to get stop signs, either the two ways that you go around the subdivision or the one come in. There was no final decision as to what would be done, but there's been a lot of cars that have been running into the ditches, the properties, and a lot of near misses, especially in the summertime for children around. So,
Bruce?
I got it.
Okay.
Do we need a motion, Joe, to put up stop signs to enforce them? John?
If you're directing that this be installed, that's a specific order that the town council must issue as a matter of record. But you have to hear from the chief.
Bruce look at it first.
Before we make that motion?
I would.
It'll come back.
This is the first I've heard about it.
There's no stop signs in that T intersection at all, is there?
No.
So if we put them northbound and southbound, that should solve the
well, I
problem.
didn't know what would work best. I didn't know if you would take a look at it and study it or what, but
I would let Bruce go out there and study it, and then come back and maybe at the next meeting.
Next council meeting, we'll make a decision.
Okay.
That way we want it done right.
Right.
There's no
All right.
problem.
I thought
Okay,
we had to approve it on the floor for enforcement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Chief, wouldn't there also be input from the department though too, in addition to
that's
the
correct.
town manager?
I'll bring up, see if how many accidents occurred at that location.
Okay.
Between you two guys, work it out, figure it out. Any other public
Mr.
comment?
Phillips,
yes.
you understand what the council is doing on the matter?
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Investigating to verify that it's needed for a safety matter.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Announcements. Board of Zoning Appeals meeting February 24th at 6:30 tomorrow evening. Stormwater Management Board meeting March 1st at 4:30 p.m. Plan Commission Workshop March 1st at 6:30 p.m. Abandoned Blighted Properties Committee meeting March the 3rd at 11 a.m. Police Commissioners meeting March 4th at 2016, 8 a.m. Next Town Council meeting is March the 8th at 6:30 p.m. And one more thing, the Ethics Summit at the Avalon is March the 2nd at 8:30 a.m. from 8:30 a.m. until 11:30, I think. And the registration deadline is tomorrow. So if anybody wants to register, get with Tracy, and Tracy can get you registered. But the deadline is tomorrow for that. One more bit of business.
Motion to adjourn.
What do you got? Which one? Which one?